if the air filter is right beside the engine, there will be a lot of heat around this area, and the air filter will be sucking in a lot of hot air. What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. So earlier on I was at Edwin Garage servicing my car, doing an oil change and also transmission fluid change to prepare for the Sepang Open Track Day, which is going to happen in 2 days time. And today I will be also swapping out the open port air intake with the stock air intake system. So this is the stock air box and this is the upper part of the air box, and then this is the aftermarket air filter for the stock air intake. So the lower part of the air box is still in the car because the ECU was being held by the lower part of the air box. So that's the reason why the lower part of the stock air box is still in the car. So right now I'll be swapping out the open port air intake with the stock air intake system. Yep, so this is the open port air filter, and a lot of you have been asking me how do I set up my open port air filter. So the setup was being done with the 90-degree air intake piping with the open port air filter. I've seen a lot of Forte guys installing the open port air intake filter around this area, and that's really a bad thing because if the air filter is right beside the engine, there will be a lot of heat around this area and the air filter will be sucking in a lot of hot air. So if I were to position my open port air filter over here, which means I will need to remove this lower part of the air box and then customize the L brackets for my ECU. So this silver thing is the ECU. So I don't want my air filter to suck in hot air. So I've decided to position my open port air filter right in front of the engine. So when the car is moving, air will be constantly flowing into the car and then to the air filter. I also have the air duct for the open port air filter. I'm not sure whether you guys can see it. So that's the air duct. So the air duct was being connected from the lower part of the bumper, which is right beside the fog light, and then cold air will be fed to the air filter. And because of this setup, my engine bay is very dusty. As you guys can see in the air box, There are a lot of dust, sand and leaves. So right now, I'm going to remove the open pot air filter and then install the stock air box with the aftermarket air filter into my NFR Forte. Alright guys, so I've installed the stock air box and this is the open pot air filter. So the reason why I want to revert back to the stock air box is because during my last trip to the Sepang track, I'm experiencing a drop in the top speed. I'm running 3 kilometers per hour slower at the end of the long straight. But other than that, the low end, it felt pretty much like the stock air box. I didn't experience any sluggishness, any loss of power at the low end. So since my engine is not modified, my ECU is not tuned, so by having the open pot air filter in my car, it doesn't really benefit me much. Even if my car is tuned with the open pot air filter, with a 2 to 3 horsepower gain, I don't think I'm able to feel it. The main reason why people would want to install the open pot air filter in the engine bay is because it would beautify the engine bay and it makes your engine bay look very cool with the open pot air filter. And as you guys know, the open pot air filter, it comes with a lot of color. They are green, they are blue, they are red, they are grey. So with the colored air filter in your engine bay, it will definitely beautify your engine bay for sure. Secondly, it's because of the suction sound when you are flooring your gas pedal. So with the stock air box, the sound will be resonated in the air box, and because the open pot air filter is uncovered, so the suction sound will be very nice. But the downside of having the open pot air filter in your engine bay is your engine bay is very hot, so your air filter will be sucking in a lot of hot air, and that might be a drop in performance. As you guys know, cold air makes more power. So if you guys are not looking into performance, yeah, there's no harm installing the open pot air filter in your engine bay. So based on my setup, since my engine is not being modified, since my ECU is not tuned, so stock air box is still the best setup for my car, unless my engine is being modified with bigger piston, with ball cylinder and also bigger throttle body. Then by having this open pot air filter, it might benefit me by providing me with more horsepower. So if you guys are looking to beautify your engine bay and not looking for performance, there's no harm installing the open pot air filter in your engine bay. Alright guys, so that's all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be heading to the Sepang International Circuit in 2 days time and I'm very excited. I'm also looking forward to clock my personal best lap time. So hope you guys enjoyed today's video and I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay safe, ride safe, drive safe, and bye!